All right, next we're going to talk about paying off an installment loan early using the actuarial method. Here's our formula for this one. The unearned interest equals n times p times v over 100 plus v. Well, what are these things? Well, u is still the unearned interest. N is the number of payments remaining. So that's very similar to the k that we had been using before. So it can get a little bit confusing. Don't know why they changed that number, but it does change. Okay, P is going to be the monthly payment, and V is going to be the APR number using the number of payments remaining. So you don't include the current payment again, so using that N right there. So it says Tino Garcia borrowed $9,800 to purchase a classic 1965 Ford Mustang. The APR on the loan is 7.5%. And there are 48 payments of $237. Instead of making his 30th payment, he decides to pay his remaining balance and terminate the loan. So how much interest will Tino save computed by the actuarial method? Okay, so some things that we need to look for here are going to be N, the number of remaining payments. And so this one had 48 total payments. And instead of making his 30th payment, so we'll subtract 30 there. And so the number of remaining payments, not including the 30th, is 18. We also need P, which is going to be the monthly payment, and that's given to us right here, and it's $237. And the last thing we need to find is V, and that's going to be our APR number. Okay, notice we're given the APR of 7.5%, and we have 18 remaining payments. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our 7.5% APR and combine it with 18 payments, and that's going to give us our APR number. Okay, so let's look at this here. So we wanted 7.5% APR with 18 remaining payments, and that's going to give me an APR number of 6.04. Okay, and that is what we use for letter V. Okay, once we have N, P, and V, we can find our unearned interest. So U is going to be 18 times 237 times 6.04, all divided by 100 plus the 6.04. All right, so let's go ahead and calculate this now. So we have 18 times 237 times 6.04. We'll go ahead and hit enter there. And then divided by, we want to put this in parentheses, 100 plus 6.04, and then close off the parentheses. Now notice you could probably add this in your head and just type in 106.04, but I just showed you this way. All right, so we get 242.9, and we'll round that up to 9. So $242.99. All right, so there's our unearned interest. Now the next question says, what is the total amount due on that day? Well, it's going to be the same process as before. So we want to see how many payments would he have left? Well, we would still have 18 payments of 237 each remaining. So let's go ahead and figure that. So that's $4,266. He's going to be saving $242.99. Let's go ahead and subtract that. Okay, so $4,023.01. Okay, but he also has to make his 30th payment. So the 30th payment is going to be $237 more. For a total of $4,260.01. Okay, so that is how you go ahead and process paying off the loan early using the actuarial method. And I want you to give number 4 a try on your own. When you're finished, come on back and check your work. All right, welcome back, everybody. You should have had the number of remaining payments was 12, 36 minus 24. Your payment amount was 98.08. Your V was 3.56. So you looked at 6.5% for 12 months. And you can see 6.5% for 12 months gives you 3.56. There's your APR number. And then you plug that into the actuarial method. And you should have gotten an unearned interest of 40.46. Then to find the total amount due on that day, you find the number of remaining payments, 12 times 98.08. And then you subtract your unearned interest, and then you add on your last payment, and here's your total, $1,234.58 to terminate your loan. So that is how to deal with paying off an installment loan early using the actuarial method.